What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. How you doing? How you been?
And my mouth is gold. Shorty said she like my teeth, okay, forever, ever. You would never tell a lie, bitch, forever, ever. I'm getting to this ride.
If you've been here before, I know you probably feel like that was kind of weird that I didn't say how you doing, how you been with my hand on my chin, but I have a bowl of noodles in my hand because I was hungry, so yeah. Okay. Before we get started, if you guys want to know where I got this wig from or how I dyed this wig, because I actually dyed this wig myself using the watercolor method, you guys can check that out. It will be most likely my last video, and I will also put it in the iCard right now, and I will put the link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So today's video is brought to you by Chicago Slang, because why not? I got a list on my phone. It's not that many things, but okay. So the first thing is merch. Now this one is kind of old. I remember this being like very popular when I was like 16 or 17. So merch basically means like put that on something. I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys can like use context clues to kind of understand what put that on something means, like I swear to God or something like that. So that's basically what merch means. Like if somebody says something and it sounds like they're lying, and the other person be like merch, like, but nobody really uses that anymore. Like I said, it's kind of old, but for some reason it popped up in my head when I thought about Chicago Slang, because I don't know if anybody else uses it. I don't know, I've never heard nobody else use it. The next one is buddy. So I'm sure other places use buddy, but I feel like this is one of like the Chicago slang words that anybody can use, because honestly, like, I don't want to say that only ghetto Chicagoans use most of these words, because that's not true, because I use them sometimes, but majority of the time I'm using it if I'm like joking or something, or if I'm telling a story and I added in there to be funny. But I know people that like are ghetto and they use it like multiple times on a daily basis, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just how it go. Buddy is a term that like you'll see on both sides. Like you'll see in ghetto and non-ghetto people, because I use buddy all the time, and I'm like a tad bit like a little bit ghetto, just a little bit.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Usually it follows with so it's usually like buddy. So like I was just on the phone with PJ and he was telling me something and I was like, yeah, buddy was tripping, like that. So that's how you would use buddy. So basically like dude, that person. It usually is a boy. Like some slang terms can be, you know, either gender, but buddy is usually a boy, and it's usually somebody who just like doing too much, or like somebody who just tweaking. Next is on God. So I don't like, people still use on God, but it kind of like died down a little bit. I was using it like a while ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. And then this dude from Chicago, he started making like story times in Chicago, like ratchet Chicago story times, and he would always be like, oh God. He would always say like after he said something that was not shocking, but like something that he could agree with. So on God is like, yes, I agree with you, that's correct. Trying to explain on God is so much harder than just using it in a sentence. Like you just went to go get ice cream with somebody and then you was done with the ice cream and it was like, man, the ice cream was good. You'd be like, oh God, like you're agreeing that the ice cream was good. The next thing is, what are you talking about? So the full sentence is, what the fuck are you talking about? It's used like if you in an argument, or if you telling a story, and for some reason Chicago people, when we tell stories, we tell stories very fast. This term usually comes like when you're telling a person a story and you're like, what did you think this was, type of situation. So it's like, let me think of a story I could tell somebody. So if somebody about to fight and the other person is being like, they the one who like kind of initiated the fight, but then they turn around and they start acting like they don't want to fight. So then the other person is like, nah, you said you want to fight, what you talking about? So you wouldn't say, what the fuck are you talking about? You would say, talking about. But you would say, that's exactly how you would say it. So it's FUCKUTAMBOUT. So that's kind of how that is. So it could be either like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Confusion. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? What? Yeah, that's that one. So the next slang Chicago term is on phoneme. I've heard this for so long. I'm pretty sure it originated in like gangs, but I hear everybody use it now. I don't say it because I really don't have a reason to say it. On phoneme is like, once again, putting something on God. Why do I feel like the majority of Chicago slang basically means I swear to God? I'm pretty sure it originated in like gangs because there's like a gang of people, and then the one person is like saying something to someone, and then they say da 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 on phoneme. So you're like putting it on somebody that is true. So it's like, whoever phoneme is, just know that we ain't about to lie when we put it on them, because we just not. Basically, that's what on phoneme is. It's equivalent to saying I swear to God. It's the same thing. They can be alive or they could be dead. You'll know if they're dead or alive, because if they're alive, somebody will just say on phoneme. If they're dead, somebody will say on phoneme grave. So, you know, you can tell which one is which. The next Chicago slang is woo 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 or da da da, which is actually, I just said it before because I couldn't think of nothing to say and I said da da da. But you kind of, it doesn't have to be woo or da da da. You can kind of just like slide in with kind of whatever syllables you want to in there 3 times in a row. If you don't want to like say a whole, like everything will happen, you could just be like da 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 woo woo, this happened, and then woo woo, like that. So that's kind of what woo 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 means. It's just if you don't want to say a whole sentence and you feel like the person that you're talking to kind of understands what you're talking about anyway, you don't have to say the whole sentence. You could just say woo woo woo. Woo 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 then turned into woo wop the bam. I wish I could fully explain what the hell woo wop the bam means. I can't because I don't use it, but I know somebody who does use it. So yeah, I'm gonna see if they answer the phone and I'm gonna let them explain it to you. All right, I tried to call my best friend. She ain't answer the phone. She actually is ghetto. She's not that ghetto, but she's more ghetto than me, and she's from the west side, and I'm pretty sure that's where woo off the bam came from, because I don't really hear it that much, but from her. You're ugly. Anyway, can you please tell these people what woo off the bam mean, because I can't explain it and you actually use it, so.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Go!
Look, I told y'all she was ghetto. Can you please explain to them what woo off the bam mean? Oh, and while you at it, add on this, that, and the other, because them two things go together anyway.
You can't forget about woo woo, you feel me? You can't forget about that. Woo off the bam, this, that, and the other. It's basically like you're telling the story. You feel like it's basically like when you're telling the story, you gotta get straight to the point. You feel me? That's what them words basically mean. So say for instance, like if I was saying something like, yeah, me and Phoneme slid to this party or whatever, and boom, one of the guys bumped into one of they ops, you feel me? So buddy came up to bro on some goofy talking about, you know what I'm saying, what you want, thought it was on site, woo woo. So we what? We get on that, that's whatever, you feel me? So you get the woofing at the mouth and all this other stuff, you feel me? So meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, party going on, whatever the case might be, it there. You know what I'm saying? It was up there. So it was up there from that, nobody still woofing at the mouth, yeah. Oh, you feel me? I thought y'all was gonna do this, that, man. I threw y'all song, nigga, walk, bam. What? Yeah, man, what you mean? What you mean?
Yo, I'm finna cry.
It's like getting straight to the point.
I'm finna cry. I told y'all that she was like a little bit more ghetto than me, so she would be able to explain this in a way that I cannot.
Yeah, that's basically it. It ain't too much to it. It's more just getting straight to the point when you're telling the story. You feel me? And I feel like only Chicago people understand what woo out the bam mean and this and the other.
That's what I said, because I'm like, I ain't never heard nobody else use woo out the bam or this, that, and the other. And I actually said it started with woo woo woo, and then it somehow turned into woo out the bam.
Yeah, you're right. So woo woo was basically first. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you had to put a little more seasoning. Then you got this, that, and the other. You feel me? This, that, and the other is more like that part of the story is like what they were saying, like the conversation is going back and forth. You feel me? Like Phoneme was like, yeah, what the bam, this, that, and the other. It's a conversation. I don't know how to
That was literally a sentence of slang. Like, if you was to say that to somebody who's not from Chicago, they'd be like, what?
What?
I usually don't, like, I do use African American Vernacular English. I do use it, but usually in text messages, so I don't ever like hear myself saying it, so I can't really think of slang words that I use right now. So that's the end of this video. I hope you learned something about Chicago slang from this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And since you're down to subscribe, you might as well go ahead and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified next time I post a video, because I know you're gonna see this video so I'm going to my next video. So you might as well just keep the ball rolling. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
She said be humble, but I'm not. Thanks a lot. Yeah, ain't forever ever. You would never tell a lie, bitch. Forever ever. They gon' like it and subscribe.